and thanks for stopping by the channel today. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, we are going to be around the house. We're going to be doing some more spring decorating around the house. This is something I started over a month ago, and I'm still in the process of doing things around here. So if you'd like to see exactly what it is that we're going to be getting into today, keep watching. So we're headed over here to my Easter tablescape that I set up, and I'm going to go ahead and remove my bunny right now. And I said previously that right after Easter, I was going to return this table to what I had before, which was just a simple bowl with some moss in it. But I've decided that I want to enjoy this tablescape just a little while longer. If anybody wants any information on the items used for this tablescape, you can check out that tablescape video where I go into detail about where everything is coming from. But I am really, really loving how it's looking, so I'm not going to change it right now. Now, this is what my kitchen island has been looking like. I really don't have anything going on here, not even any flowers, so I definitely need to get some flowers. But I just felt like I wanted to do just a little bit of something else right here. This candle here is almost finished, so it'll be going away. We'll figure that out, but the counter just needs something. Now, I didn't need to go out and buy anything for this. I went shopping my home and I found this marble pedestal bowl here, and I thought I'd bring it out and go ahead and put some faux fruit in here. I really don't want to use any real fruit because it's gnat season and I'm not trying to attract any gnats. So we're just going to go ahead and clean the bowl out and then just put some faux fruit in it. It's kind of got a spot in it. I don't know. We'll just get it clean. It's been a while since I've used this bowl. It is so heavy too, but it's a nice bowl. Okay. And I went into my vase filler stash where I have tons of fruit and all types of things. And I thought it would be nice to do just a little combination of some lemons, some lime, some apples, green apples, and just kind of create a little arrangement in this bowl. I thought it would be so pretty and so spring-like. I've had this faux fruit for a very long time. I do know that the lemons with the leaves on them came from Kirkland several years ago. I'm not sure where I got the apples, but I thought they were really pretty and lifelike. All right, so this next portion of the video I'm really excited about. I'm going to share with you something that was sent over to me, and I'm going to share how I styled it in my home. So let's get to it. All right, so the company is TwoPages, and if you're not familiar with TwoPages, they're a company that pretty much is a one-stop shop for all of your window treatment needs. They sell draperies, they sell blinds, they sell shades, and they work with you to design the perfect look for your home. The thing that really stood out for me is that they believe in simplicity, warmth, and luxury for less, and that is what I am all about. So here you see that I have selected my window treatments, and I did select some curtains, and I wanted to go with some linen for the summer season or spring season. I just wanted something a little bit light and airy, and I chose the color neutral. Now you can see here how they come. They are all folded up and they're in the pleated sections. I am in love already. I definitely wanted a more tailored look for my window treatments for the spring season. It comes accompanied with the curtain hooks that you will need to go ahead and hang them on your at your windows. These are adjustable if you're not familiar with these. This was a first for me. I usually just use the back tab curtains, so I'm really excited about this to be learning something new. But these are the pleated ones, and so these are what you use to push up into the curtain, and then you connect it with your hooks. So these were my existing curtains, and you can see the top of them is not very tailored, the look of it or whatever, and so I was looking for more of a put together look. So the pleated curtain tops really spoke to me. So I was excited when they reached out to me, and I selected what's called the Patti curtain. They are made of Belgian linen, 100%. I was able to customize them and get them lined, and I wanted filtering light, not blackout light. So here they are going up, and I'm so excited. Now they have a good variety of colors available. I think I mentioned that I ordered neutral. It's actually the natural color, but they have whites, they have navies, they have a chocolate color that's really pretty, and slate gray. But here they are, they're hung, and if you know anything about linen, you know that it has a very well-worn look, which I love, and I think is perfect for the springtime. It looks very light and airy in the space, and that is exactly what I am loving. I ordered mine in the 107 length. I probably could have gone a little bit shorter, but they're okay. I have more of a puddle on the bottom versus the kissing the floor, but I do love the way that they look. Another thing that I love about them is that they are memory shape trained, meaning that they just kind of fall into place, and I like that. Now mine need to sit a little bit longer. They've just been hung, and I must say that the hanging of them was relatively straightforward and easy. It wasn't anything too difficult. My curtain rods were already hung, so it was just a matter of taking the old ones down and popping these up. All right, so a special thanks to TwoPages for sponsoring that portion of today's video. I am going to be putting in the description box below the link and anything that they provide to me in case you're interested in going out there and checking them out. So now let's move on with the rest of this decorating. So now that I've decided to leave this table up, I really want to have my bowl out with my moss. So I think what I'm gonna do is do a little bit of a change over here on my entryway. And yeah, let's see how we can incorporate that bowl there. So I am doing this voiceover outside, so you will hear some nature in the background. I do apologize for that, but it's just doing its thing today on this beautiful sunshiny day. So I'm just taking off the things that I already put out here. I probably did this entryway table about a month ago, maybe not even, but I just want to change it up again because I want to use my bowl on here. So I'm not sure how it's going to work because it is an oversized bowl and this entryway table is not very large, but we're going to see what we can do to shift things around and make it work. I have really been enjoying this lamp here since I painted the lampshade on here. I just absolutely love it. The problem is it doesn't really have enough space here with the wall and the wideness of the lampshade, but I've been making it work as well as I can. So I've shifted things around a little bit, and here I come now with the bowl with the moss in it to see if it is going to fit onto the space, and to my surprise it works perfectly. This was my first placement of it. I wasn't wowed by it, so I am going to move my lamp back over a bit here and just do some more shifting with some books and things like that, varying the heights to see what look I want to go with. This placement leaves a void here, so I have to shop my home to find another piece to bring in, and I found what I'm hoping is the perfect piece, but we'll see. But first I need to do a few more adjustments to make sure that that lampshade is not touching the wall and making it a tipping hazard, because I have had that to happen. Luckily I was able to catch it before it hit the ground. But here I am going in here with one of my tortoiseshell pieces here. I've purchased several tortoiseshell pieces over the last 6 months or so, and I just thought I'd add that color here just to introduce that as you enter into the home. It is not as large as I would like, but I do like the way that it looks. Everything kind of is cohesive. I do still have the tablescape out with the tortoiseshell. I've got some tortoiseshell over on my bar cart. It's not really doing it for me, so I am going to move it out of the way and try another option. It's not the color of it, it's just that I'm just want to play around with some other options. I love the color and I love the ideal of adding the tortoiseshell here in a small scale, but I'm going to move some books around to see if that just kind of does a little something more for it. And I also decided to try this little tortoise piece that I had purchased over the Christmas holiday. I think I found that for about $3 or $4 or something like that at Burlington, I think I was at. But I didn't like that, and I am going to bring the vase back on top of the book, and I do like that look a lot better. But me being me, I had to try out another option before I settled on it. And so I decided to bring this piece out. Now recall, I just got this piece and I used it as a candle holder initially. But then I decided to bring it here and I decided to layer it with this piece. I thought that would be interesting. Wasn't really a fan of that, but when I tell you I like to push the limits to try things out to make sure before I settle on something, especially if it's something I already have. But we're going to leave that just like that for now. So I was out at Goodwill the other day, something that I often do, and I always take a look in the book section when I'm in there, and I ran across this book here that I brought home with me. Now the paper cover wasn't in horrible condition, but it wasn't in the best condition, and that's what I normally look for when I'm looking for a book. But I always take the paper cover off to check out the actual book, and then they were in pristine condition. Now this book is from Sur La Table. If you're not familiar with them, they're sort of like along the lines of William Sonoma, I guess, but more in the cooking space. But yeah, look at this. And I thought this would be so nice to go through the book and kind of find some different type of recipes. At the time, I found one in here that I was going to bookmark because I want to try it. But anyway, for now, we're going to go ahead and style it in the kitchen. I always have a cookbook in my kitchen. Now, I'm not going to say I always use it because I don't, but lately I have just been running out of ideas and things to cook and just not sure what I want to eat. So I want to try to start going through the books just to get some new ideas. But the recipe that I had seen in here that had caught my eye was for these lamb chops. I just recently discovered lamb chops. I didn't think I liked them. I had tried them probably as a child and had never tried them again until very recently. And I've discovered that I like them. So I'm trying to find different ways to make them, so I thought I would give that recipe a try. But in the meantime, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to place this book. So it's really too big for the book stand that I currently have, so I decided to just kind of stack it right here next to the book. Sometimes things just don't work out the way that you envision, but I'll figure it out for later. But for right now, we're just going to put it right there next to the other book that I already had there. Okay, so this is random, but I am starting to plan out what I'm going to be doing for the spring in my outdoor living space. And so I think I want to go with one of these large topiary balls. And I've been pricing them and they are very pricey. Now this one here is $194. Now this is at Front Gate. I've seen them as low as $60, $70. That seems to be more the going rate for them. But the other day I was in Burlington, just dilly-dallying in Burlington, and happened upon one. And I thought this is the perfect opportunity to get it because I'm not going to find one of this size at this price. So it was $32.99 and it is perfect. And I haven't cleaned off the porch yet, but I know how I want it to look and I've got the perfect planter for it. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's going to look like. Now, don't come for me because my porch has not been cleaned out from the spring. So it's a hot mess, but I put it out there because I just couldn't wait to see how it was going to look. Well, that is the end of today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed the video today. Again, a special thanks to TwoPages for sponsoring a portion of today's video. As I said, I will be entering their information in the description box below so that you can go over and check them out for all of the wonderful window coverings that they have to offer. Now, if you are not currently subscribed to my channel, I would like to take this opportunity to ask that you take a time to hit the subscribe button before you leave today. It's not a cost for that. It is free to do that. And if you hit that post notification bell, you'll be notified each time I upload videos. Right now, my upload dates are Monday and Wednesday at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to all my returning family members, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that I see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.
I can never repay you for all you are and all you've done for me. I couldn't thank you enough. My worship could never measure how I feel. So I'll be an offering at the potter's wheel. I give you my life. I offer my best, a sacrifice. Whatever you ask, morning and night, and every hour that shall pass, it's yours to have and hold, to mold and shape. Lord, fill this place.